The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Know your enemy and know yourself, and you can fight 100 battles without disaster. All warfare is based on deception. The greatest victory is that which requires no battle. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. If your opponent is of choleric temper, seek to irritate him. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. The skillful leader subdues the enemy's troops without any fighting. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. He who is prudent and lies in wait for an enemy who is not, will be victorious. Ponder and deliberate before you make a move. Engage people with what they expect. It is what they are able to discern and confirms their projections. It settles them into predictable patterns of response, occupying their minds, while you wait for the extraordinary moment, that which they cannot anticipate. He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. The greatest victory is that which requires no battle. Move swift as the wind and closely formed as the wood. Attack like the fire and be still as the mountain. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. The quality of decision is like the well-timed swoop of a falcon which enables it to strike and destroy its victim. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. To win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the acme of skill. To subdue the enemy without fighting is the acme of skill. Pretend inferiority and encourage his arrogance. He who knows when he can fight and when he cannot will be victorious. He will win who, prepared himself, waits to take the enemy unprepared. The general who wins the battle makes many calculations in his temple before the battle is fought. The general who loses makes but few calculations beforehand. Management of many is the same as management of few. It is a matter of organization. Rouse him, and learn the principle of his activity or inactivity. Force him to reveal himself, so as to find out his vulnerable spots. When strong, avoid them. If of high morale, depress them. Seem humble to fail them with conceit. If at ease, exhaust them. If united, separate them, attack their weaknesses. Emerge to their surprise. You have to believe in yourself. If the mind is willing, the flesh could go on and on without many things. There is no instance of a country having benefited from prolonged warfare. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. If you know the enemy and know yourself, your victory will not stand in doubt. The general who advances without coveting fame and retreats without fearing disgrace, whose only thought is to protect his country and do good service for his sovereign, is the jewel of the kingdom. A leader leads by example, not by force. Strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory. Tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. When your opponent gives you an opening, be swift as a hare. The wise warrior avoids the battle. One may know how to conquer without being able to do it. In war, the way is to avoid what is strong and to strike at what is weak. Convince your enemy that he will gain very little by attacking you. This will diminish his enthusiasm. He will win who has military capacity and is not interfered with by the sovereign. There are 5 dangerous faults which may affect a general: recklessness, which leads to destruction; cowardice, which leads to capture; a hasty temper, which can be provoked by insults; a delicacy of honor, which is sensitive to shame; over-solicitude for his men, which exposes him to worrying and trouble. Do not repeat the tactics which have gained you one victory, but let your methods be regulated by the infinite variety of circumstances. Let your plans be as dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. He will win who, prepared himself, waits to take the enemy unprepared. Victory usually goes to the army who has better trained officers and men. The expert in battle moves the enemy, and is not moved by him. He who knows when he can fight and when he cannot, will be victorious.